Mike and Kate don't come close to having all the answers. So that is why they have smart friends. It's time for Ask a Smart Person with Mike and Kate on Mix 106.
Our very first guest on Ask a Smart Person, Kristen Burris. Congratulations. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you in here.
I am so excited to be here. My heart is racing.
Reading some of our Facebook posts after you put this up yesterday, I think we might have a few new listeners this morning who are interested in finding out just how easy it can be to get pregnant.
Because Kristen is the Treasure Valley's baby maker, and she is also anti-aging, menopause, fertility, and a women's health expert. Businesswoman of the Year in 2013. Business Person of the Year 2011 and 2012 with the Eagle Chamber. Top Doc in 2010. Aren't you on Dr. Oz's, Rolodex?
Pretty much. I'm on his iPhone. He just dials me when he has a
Dr.
difficult
Oz is
case.
like, hey, I have a case. I need to talk to Kristen. She is a acupuncturist and herbalist and owner of Eagle Acupuncture. What am I missing? Your accolades, like the pages just goes on and on and on. She travels the world to help people get pregnant. And she's
also used it herself. She said she wouldn't have had kids had it not been for this.
If it had not been for this.
So she practices what she preaches.
She's the cover girl this month of Her Life magazine. Kristen Burris, Treasure Valley's baby maker. Check it out for yourself. Where can you get the magazine? Is it just everywhere?
It is, but you can get it at Eagle Acupuncture, Rembrandt's. You can get it at Eagle Premier Aesthetics,
nice.
Doctor's offices. So it's distributed all throughout the Treasure Valley.
What a great article about you and your family.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. And I love the picture in front of the clinic with everyone. Acupuncture Fertility Works.
Yes.
Now, to give you a little background, Kristen and I were sitting at a wine bar and we were each waiting for someone else. And we started chatting each other up. And then, it's, what do you do? And she said, well, I get women pregnant. And when you hear another woman say that, immediately you're a little drawn to the conversation. And of course, your charismatic personality drew me in and we started talking. And I was fascinated at the work that you do. I mean, it's just amazing. And then I went into your clinic and I remember that day because someone had called that you had worked with and she became pregnant and she had delivered a baby that day. And it was amazing. Like the energy in that office, I could just feel it, even though I didn't even know that woman, but you could just feel it of someone who had probably been told they were never able to have a baby and all those things. And then here I could just feel it. And I'm like, this is like where miracles happen. It was just unreal. And that's when I was like, I have to introduce you to our 12 listeners.
Well, hello, you 12 listeners. I'm so glad you woke up early.
12 listeners, 2 of which who cannot get pregnant are listening right now.
All right. Yeah. Mike is very fertile. He just wants,
For those of you who don't want to get pregnant, I would turn the speakers away from you because between Kristen and myself right now, some of you may already be pregnant.
Yeah. It's that easy.
All right. So explain in layman's terms exactly what you do. How do you impregnate women?
Okay. I know it sounds impossible, but it is a very old form of medicine. Do you know how old?
Tell me, like 2,000 years. I read in your
2,000 years old. So most people think of acupuncture and herbal medicine as just medicine for pain relief, right? You think acupuncture, you think
that's
pain.
When I started acupuncture. Yeah.
It's a full system of medicine. It treats just about any medical problem that we have. Ooh. Just the language is different because 2,000 years ago, we didn't have words like hormones and things of that nature. So all I do is have patients come in and I do a very comprehensive analysis of their Western medical history. So that's like what we would write down when we go to the doctor's office. Like, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, or I don't get my cycle, or I don't know why I'm not getting pregnant. And then I evaluate that from a Western perspective and an Eastern medical perspective.
Now, when you say evaluate it from a Western perspective, are we getting in the stirrups and we're looking at the picture of a kitten in a basket on the ceiling?
Absolutely not.
Okay, because I think some people would think that if you're going to get someone pregnant, do you have to look at the hoo-ha?
I do not.
Okay.
That's the partner or husband's job, not mine. But I do change their cycle. So based on the evidence that I get, if they have a Western medical diagnosis like endometriosis or hypothyroidism, I can assess that information because a third of my medical training is in Western medicine.
Oh, wow.
I had 4 years of graduate school. And then 2/3 is Chinese traditional herbal medicine and acupuncture, and we call it TCM.
I love the fact that people go, that newfangled medicine, and it's 2,000 years old.
And I I think, Mike, I think the problem in our culture is that it's difficult to translate the language. So if I start talking about qi and yin and yang, I've lost you already. You don't know what I'm saying. But if we start to translate that testosterone equals yang or testosterone equals heat, like men tend to be more hot, women tend to be more cold.
Yeah, don't sit in a hot tub if you're trying to impregnate your wife.
Right, because then the man's too hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that sounds strange, but it's really simple. It's just a matter of memorizing a system of medicine and then applying those acupuncture points and the herbal medicine. That's critical because we really focus on the acupuncture in our culture a lot. Herbal medicine is critical with women's health. You have to do both.
Now, talk to us about some of the things like how do you really get women pregnant?
So again, I look at their information and then I assess from a very old system of medicine what the problem is.
And they'll come in for acupuncture.
Yes.
You might prescribe. Is that the right word to say for herbs and things like that?
You have to prescribe herbal medicine.
And you get it from you. This isn't something you go order online, right? Is there a difference?
Okay. Would you order your prescriptions online?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
That's illegal.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, it's not illegal to order herbal medicine, but I had this patient years ago when I used to treat men, and he was out of town. And I knew...
doctor always right there.
Yeah. Just hang on, honey. I'll get to you in a second. I'm busy making babies. He was coming to me for quitting smoking. He was out of town. I knew he was going to run out of his herbal medicine. I'm like, are you sure you don't need more? He's like, I'll be fine. So he came back in. And I said, how are you doing? He's like, okay, I kind of had a relapse when I was on vacation, And I said, oh, okay, well, you ran out of your herbs. He said, oh, I went to the natural health food store and I just got some more. I said, you got some more? Well, I looked at the ingredients and it's close. I said, oh.
It's close.
Good Lord. I said, hand that over to me. Let me look. I said, you know what? 60-year-old man, tough guy, right? I said, for a week, you have been taking herbal medicine for hot flashes for menopausal women. So do not self-prescribe herbal medicine.
I bet he was feeling much cooler, wasn't he?
Yeah. So, anyways, no, you don't want to buy them online.
Let's talk miracle babies. How many so far to date in your practice have you had?
Well, several years ago, I used to count. I mean, the first one was, glorious, right?
Yep.
I can't believe this actually works. I've studied this forever. Then I got to 200.
Oh, wow.
Miracle babies. And I said, you know what?
For people listening, when you say miracle babies, these were women who had not been able to get
told by doctors.
They were told by doctors they would never be pregnant.
Oftentimes, or they went through 6 failed IVFs, or they went through...
Wow, that's expensive.
Yes. Or they just, have tried for 5.5 years, or they have unexplained. I mean, the list goes on. But typically, yes, we don't think of acupuncture and herbal medicine as a go-to for infertility treatment. We don't think and our OBGYNs and our internal medical doctors don't think to say, this is where you should start. So we tend to be a last resort. So we usually get people in their 5th year of trying, 10th year of trying, 3rd year of trying. They've tried everything.
They're at their wits' end.
They're at their wits' end.
They're like, why not?
With education, it's changing. So when we have success with, literally, we take the most challenging cases throughout the United States.
Yeah, because Kristen works all over the world.
Well, they come to me. I don't travel to them.
Okay.
But I will do consults over the phone. It's very thorough. And we follow up every 2 months. Like I just had another baby in Virginia. I just had another pregnancy in California. Recently, I think the couple was moving to Ireland.
Ooh.
I know. Like I'm going to have
you have an Irish baby.
Not yet. We're working on it. I know. So you asked me another question. I feel like I got distracted.
You're fine. Like over 200 miracle babies.
Okay. So it was years ago and I stopped counting because I just felt like these children are miraculous. And to count them one by one felt like I was taking away something, I don't know, bigger than me.
Make him just a number.
A number. And it just felt wrong. So I've stopped counting. Obviously if I get to 10,000, I'd be like, I should have counted, But some months we have 10 pregnancies. Some months we have 1. It just depends on the complexity of the case. It depends on if the
Mike's
men,
in the room.
If Mike's in the room. If the husbands are willing to see my husband. Because
that's the thing I was wondering. What if it's not the woman that's the reason they're not getting pregnant?
Okay.
Can you still treat a man?
Yes. And my husband treats them.
Okay.
And the thing that we often overlook in our culture is that there is always, in every couple, we've got unexplained male factor and unexplained female, even if we have a diagnosis.
That's why you cry.
I I want to make you cry today. I'm not trying to make you cry. With joy.
Cry
With joy.
all the time.
With joy.
Just show them the American flag.
Yeah. Give me an episode of The West Wing, and I'm right there.
He's a crier. But truly, my husband treats the male infertility in our practice and literally unexplained male factor, low sperm count, poor morphology, so that's the shape, and slow or low motility. And that can be proven.
They're not fast swimmers?
No, too slow.
Yep.
But also, or they just move in an odd direction.
Wrong way.
You have special sperm.
North, not south. You want to go north.
See, I don't know why I'm so fertile, because I know I have really fat sperm. That's the only thing I...
Oh, my gosh.
I am,
How do you
so-
know
Okay, I'll
that?
tell you. Wait,
'Cause
no,
I
I
am.
know. So tell me, do you have boys or girls biologically?
boys.
I have all boys.
So I have to tell you,
Yes.
you have very fast swimmers.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
See?
They die off fast,
Keep
but
them
they're
over
fast.
there.
The one-
I don't want to
The
have your
one thing in
baby.
my life that I have is athletic is my sperm.
Oh boy. Okay, but let me tell you one thing before I forget. The thing about a lot of people like to try and discredit our medicine by saying it's placebo effect.
Oh, it's just changing. It's relaxing you. It's changing the way you finally relax, and now you can just
Mind
enjoy.
over matter.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you have laboratory tests that show that you are in the lowest percentile from semen analysis and or egg quality in women, and then we treat you